Hi, I'm Chinemerem. If you are new here, hello, you are most welcome. I'm pleased to have you here. Please do well to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back.
So without wasting much of your time, we'll just go ahead and I will show you guys how to check if you are qualified and how to start applying for this QTS. I've done a video about this. I've explained everything about QTS and why it is important and all. If you haven't watched that video, you can go and watch the video, or you can go through this. It will give you a background knowledge of what we are doing today. But if you've watched that video and you are happy to start, just that you're waiting for this update today, the next thing you do is just to click on this link, apply for QTS, and you'll first of all be directed to check your eligibility. Then click on start now, and you can sign in if you've already started your application, or you can say no, I need to check if I can apply. I think it's advisable to do this because you don't want to start applying and then you find out that you can't even go ahead. So first of all, you can just say sign in if you have started, or you can go ahead and just do the no, I need to check. Please always check. It's better off and to save you more time. So in which country are you currently recognized as a teacher? So for this, I'm doing for Nigeria, so it's definitely going to be Nigeria. And then just write Nigeria and continue. If you're not from Nigeria, you are from another country that is qualified, please put that country at this point. Then do you have a teaching qualification that was completed in Nigeria? So your teaching qualification must have been completed in the country where you are recognized as a teacher to be eligible. So definitely it's going to be yes. To all these questions, I don't even think you should say no to any of them, because if you do, I don't think you are eligible for this. Do you have a university degree? Yes. You can click on why we asked this to give you more explanation. But they said that teaching is a graduate level profession in England. So again, are you qualified to teach children aged 11 to 16 years? Your answer should also be yes. If this answer is no, then you've already disqualified yourself, or you are already disqualified. Does your teaching qualification qualify you to teach one of the following subjects? You would need to upload your certificate along with a transcript that shows all the modules you studied and the scores you achieved. So if you are qualified in teaching maths, science, biology, chemistry, physics, French, German, or Italian, Japanese, Latin, Mandarin, Russian, or Spanish, any of these subjects, you are qualified. So your answer should be yes. So they're now explaining what they mean by qualified. You can click on this to give you more idea of what they mean by qualified. That's what it is. So we're just going to say yes and go ahead. Now the next one is, how long have you been employed as a recognized teacher? The first option is under 9 months. I think if you choose under 9 months, you may not be qualified. So it should be from at least 9 months and above since you got your qualification and you've been teaching. You can click on this to see how to calculate your work experience based on UK style. So from 9 months and above is the goal. Click on continue, and then do you have any sanctions or restrictions on your employment record? For this question, once you say yes, it is a no for you. These questions should definitely be no. No. And then that says you are eligible to apply for qualified teacher status in England. So this is all you need to do at this point to check your eligibility. But no, we have not finished. We'll have more things to do. It can't be this easy now. There are other things to do. The reapplication starts now. So these are the guidelines. If you are inactive for over 60 minutes, they would log you out. You would need to complete your application within 6 months of starting it. And I think it's enough time for you to complete your form. But then how long or enough the time is depends on your qualifications, if you have them already, and stuff like that. But then they've given you 6 months to complete your application. So these are the documents you need to prepare before you actually start the application. Proof of identity is number 1. Could be your passport, birth certificate, national identity card that shows your date of birth and nationality. And it must not have expired. If you have changed your name in the past, maybe you are married, click on has your name changed, and you will see what they require of you, and it should just be your marriage certificate or name of change deed. The next one is proof of qualifications. They want a qualification that is up to level 6. Level 6 in the UK is graduate level. So you should show them your degree certificate. And if you're showing them a qualification that is equivalent to level 6, you must also show them your degree certificate. And they have stated that they are not going to accept NCE or teacher certificate grade 2 from Nigeria, as these do not meet the required level. The next requirement is your proof of English language ability. So if you are from any of these countries, you are definitely exempt from providing this document. But if you are not, then you don't have to panic yet, because they also have some exemptions. If your degree was taught in English and you can prove this by bringing a letter from your institution stating that you were taught in English, then you don't need to write an English language test. But if you are not from an English language speaking country and your degree is not in English language, then you have to write English test, which will not be more than 2 years before the date of your application. The next document is a proof that you are recognized as a teacher. This is for Nigerians. You will need to provide a letter of professional standing from TRCN. TRCN is Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria. And this letter should be sent directly to them, not you sending the letter to them. And in that letter or in that document that TRCN will send to them, they will need to confirm that you've completed a teaching qualification training, that you successfully completed any period of professional experience comparable to an induction period, that your authorization to teach has never been suspended, barred, cancelled, or revoked. They will also confirm the age ranges and subjects you are qualified to teach, and that you are qualified to teach at state or government schools. They will confirm all of this before sending that letter off to them. And this letter must be dated within 3 months of you applying for QTS. If they don't receive this document within 90 days of the date that you submit your application, they will close your application. And TRCN will require you to pay them a fee of 60,000 naira. But I trust my country, Sha. Just try and go with more than that in case it multiplies by 2 overnight. Anything can happen, you know. Then you obviously need to bring a proof of your work history, showing that you've been teaching or you are a teacher, and stuff that show that you're a teacher. Now they are saying that if you are a teacher with more than 1 year of professional experience but less than 2 years, you will need to complete a 2-year statutory induction period as a newly qualified teacher. So you can click on this link to learn more about the inductions for newly qualified teachers. We'll go ahead to certified translation, another document you would need, but these are for people that their documents are not written in English language, and they've said that you have to take care of this at your own cost. Of course, we know now who will take care of the cost before. So yes, that is it about the documents you would need. The next thing is to go on to apply. Again, click on this green bar and start the application. You will need to put a valid email address. Please put an email address that you can access. For this application, I'm just going to put an anyhow email address, although I can even access it. But yes, put your real and original email address. And they will send you a code. You would need that code before you can even continue the application. So this is the code that was sent to me. I'm going to type it in here and then I'll continue. And these are the questions you have to answer. All this. And they said you started this application on 1st February 2023. Applications must be completed within 6 months. So you would need to complete it before 1st August 2023. And there are not even too much questions, to be honest. But I'm just going to answer number 1, and then you can go ahead and answer the rest. They're not really difficult questions to answer, to be honest. It's just something that you can answer. So long as you have all the documents, I don't think it's really difficult. So about you, just about your personal details, click on here and give them your personal details, your name, family name, and date of birth. So I'm just going to write my name. just anyhow name. Please make sure you are writing your correct name and date of birth. Let everything you're writing correspond with what you have on your official documents. Now they will ask you, does your name appear differently on your ID document? You can just tell them yes or not, and then that's it. We are done with this. If your name is different, you should tell them why and give them supporting documents. If not, just say no and continue. Then you now come here and upload your document. The next thing, you will go to qualifications and you would also do same thing for that. When you're done, you save and sign out. That's it for this. Now ensure you submit it after you've completed all the required fields. And keep your fingers crossed and wait for them to respond to you. I am truly wishing you guys the very best of luck.
Okay guys, that's that about this video. I hope it helps someone. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until I see you again in the next video, so take care, stay safe and bye.